we are again. It's a beautiful day. This is Mike Lodge. I am the business advisor, and I'm looking outside my window, and I honestly, I wish you guys could see what I'm looking at. It is so beautiful early in the morning as you look out. The sun is coming through the trees of the woods in the back, and it's highlighting the leaves up on tops, and then it finally slowly comes down and hits the ground. I mean, it is amazing. I tell you, nature's amazing, right? I mean, God really made that nature really something. I'm also looking at my bird feeder outside, and there are red cardinals taking a bath in there at the moment. Now, I read a story yesterday about what a red cardinal means. If you have red cardinals hanging around your house, that has special meaning. Red cardinal has a meaning of power, strength. It means that people that you used to know or that used to be alive are watching over you. It means a whole bunch of different things of moving forward and having that strength and power within yourself. So I'm gonna attach that link in the body of the stuff below, whatever you call that, the body of the stuff below. That's what I'm going to call it. Listen, yesterday, Elon Musk said that, listen, if you work for me at Tesla, you have to come back to the office. You have to put in your 40 hours at the office. And the reason why he did that, because he felt that he wasn't getting the productivity out of his employees. And I can understand that. Because, listen, when I had my offices up and running, I was in the office at 7 a.m. and I quit exactly at 11 o'clock at night. I mean, it seemed like that's how it worked, but most of the time I tried to get out of there by 6 p.m. and go home and live a normal life and do my walking and everything else. Here at home, I tell you, there are so many distractions. I have a very tough time focusing here at home. There is the garden outside. There's the dogs inside the house. They need to go out walking. They need to do all that stuff. There's too many distractions. Then there's a neighbor that comes over and talks, and the distractions are there. But a part of it's my fault too, because I feel too relaxed here at home. Just too relaxed. I mean, if you could see the view that I'm looking at the moment, I am truly relaxed as I'm doing this podcast and working. The problem is it's me. I need a more structured work environment. I love going to the office, and I love being able to solve problems inside the office and dealing with employees and dealing with clients and everything else. I love being in the office, and I feel as though that when I'm here at home, it's very, very tough. And I think probably a lot of you have that same problem. You know how easy it is to go over to the refrigerator and share some food with me? It is so easy. And it's terrible. I think I have gained, during the pandemic and up until now, I have gained too much weight, and I need to start focusing on getting that weight off, which I've started to do. Swimming every day now. That's my new goal, is to swim every day. But the problem is that when you work outside the office, and what they call working remotely, it's really limiting the valuable relationships that you have at work or with your clients or with other professionals. There's been a report that was put out, and they said you are losing that relationship. All of us have lost that relationship. A lot of us during the pandemic and up until now that we're still working at home, we have suffered some mental stress. We can't say anything more except that we have suffered. And being at home, I have suffered at the refrigerator. But we've lost that interpersonal relationships that we have with coworkers out there. Zoom is great, right? I mean, I have great conversations on Zoom with my clients. But it's that one-on-one meeting that I miss, that shaking of the hand and patting each other on the back and maybe giving the person a hug. I miss that part of going to the office. So I don't think that for me, it's valuable for me to continue working at home. Now, the problem with that is I went out and started looking at office furniture. Not office furniture, but office space. The office space is 3 times as much as it was before. So I'm stuck here at home, and I'm going to have to develop some other working habits, and I'm going to have to invite some clients and other people in here to develop my relationship skills again, because I think I've lost my relationship skills. The only people I ever talk to really are the clients that I'm doing mediation or consulting work for, or you guys on the podcast. And you guys get a good portion of my time. The other issue is that working remotely, it may even be stunting some people's careers development. You don't have that mentor working with you. You don't have that boss guiding you. You don't have that. You're basically doing it on as you go along. You do it by yourself as you go along. Listen, mentorship is so very important. When you're in an office or you're in a business, if you have an individual that's going to mentor you and guide you through, you're going to develop your working skills and your ability to show people, listen, this is what I can provide you. But it's stunting us. We have been stunted in your career development. It's going to be tougher because that boss isn't really talking to you that much anymore. I mean, an email, maybe a Zoom meeting. That's about it. He's not there watching you. He doesn't see how you're performing. He doesn't see what's going on with you. So he doesn't know, should I promote her or not? I don't really see what she's doing. So I think it has stunted a lot of our growth in our professions. Now, of course, we're thinking about, okay, well, let's look at the hybrid part of this. You know, there's hybrid models of work that may be the future for a lot of organizations, such as maybe working from home 1 day a week and the rest of the time spent in the office. But let me tell you what happens a lot of times. And I know this for a fact when I'm talking to people, when they're working from home, and we will be having a conversation, and all of a sudden a child will walk in and disrupt the meeting. So our productivity time has been cut. And then when they're off the phone with me, then that child has homeschool that they've got to go talk to the child about and on the homework and everything. So now, how much time has the employer lost because of other activities that are going on in the house? That is one of the biggest issues that I see. I have a lot of problems in mediation when I have family issues and I'm talking to people during the day and they're working from home and children are walking in, other people are walking in and disrupting the whole thing. So we lose our full concentration because of other individuals. That's why in my new contract I say it can only be in the room that is you and me. That's it. No other people can be around you. You have to shut the doors and shut it down because I've got to have your full attention. And the employers need to have your full attention. I think that getting back to the office will be the best thing for a lot of people out there. And I think that Elon Musk is right on. Their employers and for productivity, and according to an ADP research, a U.S.-based labor market analyst said that people need to get back into the office. They need to have that interpersonal relationship. They need to be able to bounce things off people. Walk into somebody's office, sit down and say, listen, I need your expertise. But they don't have that at the moment. Sometimes you will call on a Zoom meeting and no one's home. No one's there. Where are they? So I believe that working from the office has a more sound structure that gets you to focus on what you're doing for that company through that day, that 8-hour day. We need to have that structure. Structure is so important for any company. If you have people off and about and they're all over the place and you don't know what they're doing and you never see the white of their eyes most of the time, you don't know how that person is performing while he's at home. And I'm speaking personally on my case here. Sometimes I don't even know how I'm performing. Listen, I have been in business for a long time. And I have always been a stickler of being the first in the office and the last to leave. Because I felt that I needed to be there in case one of my employees needed to talk to me. Or one of my clients needed to have my time. And that has always been my rule. Here at home, they still have my time, but sometimes it's when they can get a hold of me. Because I might be out in the garden. I might be out someplace else. I believe that an office situation, at least 4 days a week, should be focused on the employee, the client, the productivity, and measuring that productivity because you can now see what's going on. And that employee is not having to worry about what's happening at home, not worried about having to get up and fix lunch for their child, and the list goes on. I believe Elon Musk is 100% right in this because we need to get back to work. Right now, we have too many people saying, well, I'm only going to work at home. That's all I want to do. Well, unfortunately, you're working for a business. You're not working for home care. You're working for a business. And you have to be at that business so that you know what's going on. How many of us have lost contact with our clients? How many of us have lost contact and good communication skills because we're sitting at home? Listen, we have to have balance, and we have to be well-rounded. In order to be productive, in order to run a business and manage a business correctly and efficiently. I tell you, it's one of those situations that I know pandemic made us all kind of lazy too. I'm telling you, it made us lazy. And we were so worried about just our own time, our own space. But in actuality, it's about us mingling and talking and building relationships and working together. That's what makes us a unified business or a unified group of people. Listen, if you like my podcast, help me out by going to www.buymeacoffee.com/Michael Lodge. If you want to have more access to me, if you want to set up a advisory session, or if you want to set up a mediation session, or if you're having some disputes in the office or with a client or a customer, or if you're having any type of dispute, just let me know. I'm here. And go to www.lodge-co.com. And if you want to sit down and if you really have a business concern or a question that you really want to talk to someone in confidentiality about, I'm here and I'm available. Okay? So go to my website. You can book a time schedule with me at your convenience in whatever day and hour that you want. And sometimes I even do weekends. Because sometimes people are so busy during the week that they need me during the weekend. I'm more than happy to do that. So today, let's get out there and do some good work. This is Mike Lodge. Talk with you soon. Bye-bye.